Hey yo, what's going on everybody? It's Tylarious, aka Ty Killington. Yeah, man. Alright, listen, this video, honestly, I didn't want to have to make this, but everybody else is talking about it, and I should have known better. It's going to be something that's going to be talked about regardless. But this is in regard to the tuner vehicle speed glitch, alright? And listen, let me just first off start by saying if you don't think this is a glitch, you are wrong. This is not intended in the game. However, Rockstar is adding features to these vehicles to a game that's 8 years old, so it's built off 8-year-old, driving mechanics. Okay, what we're talking about, if you don't already know, is the speed glitch in regard to the low grip tires and the new interaction menu feature where you can stance your vehicle. Okay, if you don't know, yeah, there's low grip tires you can apply in the Los Santos car meet area mod shop, and you can also stance your vehicle through the interaction menu, which I'll show you that here in just a moment. All right. Before we go any further, though, you guys know what to do. Subscribe, turn on notifications, ring the bell. You know it's going to be a banger, baby. Just go ahead and drop that like, all right? But yeah, so what this does is it's good and bad for certain things, I guess. I think it's kind of cheesy overall. I made a top speed list video earlier, and I purposely did not include this because I just didn't want to draw any more hype to it. But again, Bruffy's talked about it, other YouTubers have talked about it, so it's already out there. So I might as well address it and kind of give you guys my opinion on it and what it's all about, right? And I'll leave a link for Bruffy's video talking about this in the description down below. But when you're in the car meet area, you can go and mod your vehicles. It's a good way to get rep points built up as well for the short term. In the long run, it's not going to be the best, but short term, you can get some rep built up by modding out your car. If you go all the way down to the wheels option, right? We'll make our way down there. You can select the wheels option, and then you can go into the tires and go to tire enhancements, and you can put on the low grip tires. Okay. Now listen, this is only beneficial if you're going in a straight line. Okay. This speed glitch is only beneficial if you're going in a straight line. However, you can use this in actual regular like races. You can load into a real test track or like a real race, like a versus or whatever, and you can have your vehicle stance and you can have the low grip tires on your vehicle, and it will apply this glitch into a regular race. However, if the race has any kind of cornering or turns at all, you are not going to win. It's just not going to work because it's designed to make your car drift, and the drift mechanic, well, that's a different video about the whole drift thing. It's just anyways. So, I wanted to test this out and see what it really is, with other vehicles in free mode, because one of my favorite things to do is go into free mode and just kind of mess around with kids and drag race with them and pretend like I'm taking their car, be race for pinks, and stuff like that. So where do dignified multi-millionaires with $1 million vehicles go to settle their differences? They go to the LSIA racetrack. Okay, they go to the airport racetrack. And I just showed you right there in the interaction menu how you can stance your car. Go to interaction menu, go to vehicles, and then go to vehicle stance and put it on lowered. And you have to have that for this to apply. So I'm racing against some of the other vehicles that people will bring out for a drag race, right? Usually everyone's like, no, don't bring a Vigilante, don't bring the NOS car, stuff like that, because it's just not fair. And yes, the Calico is technically faster than the Vigilante in a track, in a straight line because of this glitch. You just have to have a long enough track. But out here on the airport, it's not going to, beat the Vigilante or the Scramjet. Okay, those cars will still, on a limited size track, it's only so far. You're not going to be able to beat them. However, in a overall like speed test comparison with a long enough track, yeah, eventually the Calico will. It is a freaking. It's just with this glitch, it's ridiculous. All right, so and this is a big shout out to my crew. Give me a hand with this. Put it up against the Pariah. The Pariah is a favorite to use for drag racing, right? There's a combination of things that make the Calico so dominant. All the tuner vehicles will benefit speed-wise with the low grip tires and dropping or stancing the vehicle. But the Calico is just far superior than all of them. As you see, it just destroys the Pariah. The Calico has a extremely balanced drivetrain. The front tires and the rear tires get practically the same amount of power. It's an all-wheel drive vehicle. So the launch on the Calico is dominant. I switch cars. I get into the Pariah because of the launch control. I know how to launch the Pariahs or the rear wheel vehicles with minimum tire spin, right? It's just a little tactic you can use, and I use it for my drag racing and stuff like that. It's a way to keep your tires from spinning on a rear-wheel drive vehicle. I don't do I don't do double clutching with these. I just do the launch control, right? But even with the launch control tactic or method with the rear-wheel drive vehicles, you'll still get overtaken with the Calico. It's ridiculous. It's just so dominant with the acceleration. Even with all, I had the crew go get all of their tuner cars. We had all different ones: the Jester, the Remus, the Euros. They all had low grip tires. They all stanced them out. And even though they all benefit, they all get a speed boost from that glitch because it affects the rev limiter with the suspension. That's what it does because these are just old mechanics of these vehicles, and it'll never get fixed unless they come out with a whole new game, ground up mechanics. Maybe the expanded and enhanced will address it. I doubt it. But we got the Jester RR right next to me right here, and I even give these guys a head start basically. And the only vehicle that really benefits from the head start was the Jester. I mean, it's going to be the second fastest vehicle with the speed boost. It's the first fastest vehicle with just normal applications, but it just if I had a long enough track, I'm going to catch up to it. And I'm going to just beat the car. There's no way around it. Even with the with a little bit better launch control with the because these cars, it's impossible to get a good launch because of the low grip and the suspension being slammed out. But even with that, it doesn't matter. It really the Jester will be the second best of the tuner vehicles. They all get the boost benefit, but and this honestly, I hate to see this. Every time there's a DLC come out, there's new glitches that get introduced in the game, and I hate to see one car be so dominant and be so overpowering. And it just, again, it's only in a straight line though. So if you want to go have fun at the racetrack and things like that, you better bring the you better bring the Calico, because if you want to just have some fun and drag race, which a lot of us do, I know a lot of you guys out there do that. It's going to be the best car, except for a few, with the rockets on the back of them, which people don't like to use anyways because it's kind of cheesy, it's kind of corny. The Calico, yeah, because of that acceleration, because of the grip it has, it's just so dominant. It really is. And even without these speed glitch little advancements, right? The low grip tires and the stancing out of the vehicle, it's still a dominant tuner, just regular racing. And just if you just have regular application, the regular tires, the regular lowered suspension, it dominates around a track. It's so good in the corners. It's got so much acceleration. But that's more normal, right? I don't think that Rockstar, I know they didn't intend for a 2.0 four-cylinder turbo to be faster than the Vigilante with a giant rocket strapped to the back of it. I just I don't believe that. I'm sure they're aware of what was going to happen. I'm sure they're aware that this would be a issue because of the mechanics of the vehicle, but they wanted to add it on there. They wanted, the whole drifting thing to be there. But honestly, man, I'll make a video talking about drifting later. But yeah, it's just that's just what I hate to see this. It's cheesy, it's corny. Yeah, is it fun? Yeah, but it gets real tired real quick. It gets boring, real fast when everyone's out there just racing with calicos on the racetrack. I know some people are like, "What are you doing racing on the airport?" But it is a fun thing to do. A lot of us do that. We like to go have drag races at the airport and just kind of have some fun, and that's just what it's about. No big deal. It's not like a game-breaking thing or anything like that. I just think it's kind of corny and kind of cheesy, and I hate when, Rockstar tries to do a good thing. They're trying to add it in, but they forget, hey, you're adding stuff to a 8-year-old game with 8-year-old mechanics that are broken, and they're broken from the ground up, and there's really not much you can do to fix it. They might be able to do something, maybe with the expanded and enhanced, but anyways, that's what it is. I just wanted to give you guys my opinion and just tell you tell you about it. So, yeah, bummer. I'm gonna stay away from. I'm not gonna really, use all that stuff if I. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, all right, guys. Thanks so much. Have a good day. We'll see you in the next one. All right, peace out. Yeah.